Hello, and thanks for joining me, Phil Spencer, for my latest Property Insider Guide. But before I get into that, here's a must-do whenever you find a home that you're interested in. Make sure that you get my property report. My property report is an in-depth look at any specific individual property, what it last sold for, what's going on in the neighborhood, even the broadband speed that you can expect. It's all in there. So please just click the link below, enter the postcode of the house, and all that information and more will be immediately at your fingertips. Okay, so now let's get started on those absolute deal breakers. Number one, being uncommunicative. The seller wants to know you're serious about the house purchase, or they might start looking for other buyers. Prove your seriousness by being responsive, by answering correspondence promptly and being easily contactable. Number two is dragging things out. In most cases, both buyer and seller will want to complete as soon as possible. Long, drawn-out processes often result in a deal falling apart. Taking your time because you're still deciding between two properties, for example, can mean you losing the property to someone who's more committed. Number three is failing to have a mortgage agreement in principle. This is an indication from a lender of what they're likely to offer to lend you, depending on the property that you eventually find. The most organized buyers know this and have one in place before they start looking. And that is really because it demonstrates to sellers and to agents that you are deadly serious about buying a house. My fourth deal breaker is making a silly offer. A ridiculously low offer will simply be rejected out of hand and then starts negotiations on a sour note. Likewise, although you don't want to appear overkeen, being insulting about the property will make the seller defensive and I really think puts your relationships on a poor footing at the outset. So be serious. Next, ignoring the chance for a second viewing is a big no. If you're serious about a property, it always helps to see the home at a different time of day. If you don't visit for a second time, actually you'll appear less serious about the sale. Strange but true. Number 7 on my list of don'ts is to talk about other properties that you're interested in. The seller might just assume you're a time waster. Another big no-no is to mislead the seller about your position. Don't talk about paying cash if you can't, or give the impression your own house sale is almost complete if it's not. They will check it out. Don't go looking at a house until you've properly checked out all of the details. Viewing a property that doesn't tick your most basic boxes, like the number of bedrooms or having a garden, simply wastes everyone's time. And finally, failing to research the area is a sure way to make a seller think that you're not serious. You should know beforehand if the area is what you're looking for, whether it has the transport links, whether it has the local amenities that you need and so on. There are lots to think about, but you've got to check it out first. Don't waste people's time. If the seller realizes you've looked into the area, it actually demonstrates that you're keen and you're keen for the sale to go ahead, which, let's face it, is what sellers are looking for. My Move IQ property report is packed with this kind of detail. So do visit the website moveiq.co.uk to get yours. Do join me again for more property tips, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give us a like while you're here. Thanks very much.